Hey everyone, Marvin here, and welcome back to Buddy Up Gaming. In this final episode of our Golden Path walkthrough for I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, we're stepping into Saul's 10th year on Vertumna, also known as Year 19. In the last episode, Saul helped Mars spark a mutiny against Lum and began the process of securing the votes needed to overthrow him. We also unlocked the final creativity perk, ensuring Saul can continue to give gifts every month and max out relationships with all their companions. With so much progress behind us, this year is all about bringing those story arcs to a close and guiding the colony into a better future. So, what does success look like in Year 19? At this point, everything we've been working toward comes together. Saul will finish the long-running arcs of Tang and Dis's reconciliation, and Vace's journey toward therapy. There are also a handful of bonus objectives you can pursue to add more depth to your ending. But most importantly, this is the year where Saul collects the final votes to overthrow Lum and secure lasting peace with the Gardeners. One of our Golden Path goals has been to max out the relationships with all of Saul's companions. By now, the only ones left will likely be the Helios kids. Rex is the easiest to finish, since Saul can also hug him every season for an extra boost. Vace may still lag behind, but a final expedition in the swamps is the fastest way to close the gap. And if Nomi's still below 100, there are several activities in the living quarters and engineering that steadily increase their relationship. By staying focused, you'll be able to bring every companion up to their full potential before the year ends. In my run, Vace was still sitting at 84, so I used the white Astrantia from Saul's 12th birthday to push him into the 90s. That's critical because once his score passes 90, Saul can finally confront him about his anger issues. This moment ties together so much of Vace's history: his abusive father, the way he treated Nem and Rex, and his constant outbursts throughout childhood. Saul lays out the full picture, and it's so powerful to watch Vace forced to see himself in a new light. He doesn't change overnight, but soon he comes back to Saul, admitting that he needs help. It's a huge step forward in his journey, and easily one of the most rewarding payoffs in the game. Meanwhile, Tang and Dis's reconciliation also reaches its long-awaited conclusion. After a few more shifts in the cafe, Saul is finally able to bring them together for a heart-to-heart. They talk openly about the grief that drove them apart after their mother's death, and how much pain they've caused each other since. Maybe it's the hot sauce and raw egg cocktail that breaks the tension, but they can both finally let their walls down. Seeing them forgive each other and begin to heal makes this scene one of my absolute favorites, and it's such a heartfelt payoff for everything we've been working toward. With the main arcs complete, you may still have time for a few side objectives to personalize your ending. If you reach 80 relationship with Nomi early enough, you can unlock a charming event chain where Saul helps them explore the idea of romance. It begins with Nomi posting a picture of their video game character riding a Unisar, paired with a companion suspiciously resembling Saul or Rex. From here, you can nudge Nomi toward one or the other. In my run, I encouraged Nomi to date Rex, since Saul was already with Nem. The following conversations are tender and vulnerable, with Nomi wrestling with inexperience and fear of intimacy. With Saul's encouragement, they're able to take that first step, and it's a touching addition to the story. Another fun objective is unlocking the fourth and final pet, the robot, by repeating the repair robots activity in engineering. Early events show a quirky vacuum bot that never quite behaves as intended, but one day, Saul and Congruence discover it's uploaded a virus that's throwing the lab into chaos. When Saul tries to reprogram it, they realize the bot has gained sentience and simply wants freedom. Saul agrees, and in return, the bot chooses to follow them, joining the colony as a final pet. It's an offbeat but delightful moment that adds more personality to your final year. And then there are smaller but heartfelt moments tucked into everyday activities. In the cafe, Saul might find Tammy overwhelmed with caring for her baby, Echinacea. Exhausted and convinced she has to manage alone, Tammy is clearly reaching her breaking point. Saul steps in to give her a break, showing her that asking for help is not weakness. Before long, Saul and Cal are both pitching in, turning childcare into a shared responsibility. It's a poignant reminder of the challenges of raising children and the importance of community support. Once you've secured 6 votes, the stage is set for the mutiny. At Vertumna, Mars storms the platform and lays into Lum with everything she's got. She calls out his arrogance, his reckless leadership, and reminds everyone that they left Earth to escape men just like him. The tension is thick, but with Saul's support, the council finally makes the call. Lum is removed from power, and the colony takes a massive step forward. If Saul becomes governor, a new activity opens up in administration that lets you govern directly. It's not required for our run, but I still recommend completing it once to hand Mars the role of chief administrator. With Lum gone, there's one final hurdle. Speak with Sim, and he'll take Saul to the Overseer to discuss peace. The terms are strict, and when Noctilucent appears during Glow with a massive invasion force, including 3 Faceless, the tension is almost unbearable. Noctilucent demands submission and even forbids the colony from reproducing, a condition that's clearly unacceptable. This is the climax of the game, where Saul's persuasion and all of their preparation are put to the test. With Sim's help, Saul pushes back, advocating for humanity's right to coexist with nature without submission. It all comes down to 3 difficult card challenges, so this is the moment to burn through your remaining collectibles. If you succeed, Noctilucent reluctantly agrees to a compromise. The colony will keep its autonomy within the valley as long as it maintains harmony with the world beyond its walls. Not everyone is thrilled, but most are deeply relieved to finally see peace. And that brings our Golden Path walkthrough to its conclusion. Through determination, compassion, and plenty of tough choices, Saul has guided the colony away from Lum's tyranny, secured a lasting peace with the gardeners, and helped their companions grow into their best selves. This journey through I Was a Teenage Exocolonist has been one of the most meaningful gaming experiences I've ever had. I want to give a huge thanks to Sarah Northway and her team for crafting such a beautiful, thought-provoking story. I hope this guide helped you experience the best this game has to offer. I'll let the epilogue play out so you can see how my story ended. And as always, if you enjoyed this series, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment here on Buddy Up Gaming. I'd love to hear how your own runs went, what choices you made, and what endings you discovered. Take care and happy gaming.
Child you were.